Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Afifah Mirah binti Abdul Muttalib. My metric number is I18102806. Alright, last week I'm talked about chapter 3 at subtopic 3.4. Now I'm going to talk about chapter 4, ethical and social issues in information systems. At subtopic 4.4, how have information systems affected laws for establishing accountability and liability and the quality of everyday life? New information technologies are challenging existing liability laws and social practice for holding individuals and institutions accountable for harm done to others. Although computer systems have been sources of efficiency and wealth, they have some negative impacts. First, computer-related liability problems. Second, system quality, data quality and system errors. Third, quality of life, equity, access and boundaries. And last, health risks, RSI, CVS and cognitive decline. Now we go for the first negative impact. First, computer-related liability problems. If software fails, who is responsible? If seen as part of machine that injures or harms, software producer and operator may be liable. If seen as similar to book, difficult to hold author or publisher responsible. Second, system quality, data quality and system errors. What is an acceptable, technologically feasible level of system quality? Flawless software is economically unfeasible. For example, although software companies try to debug their products before releasing them to the marketplace, they knowingly ship buggy products because the time and cost of fixing all minor errors would prevent these products from ever being released. What if the product was not offered on the marketplace? Could social welfare as a whole falter and perhaps even decline? Carrying this further, just what is the responsibility of a producer of computer service? Should it withdraw the product that can never be perfect, warn the user, or forget about the risk? These are three principal sources of poor system performance. First, software bugs, errors. Second, hardware or facility failures caused by natural or other causes. Third, poor input data quality, most common source of business system failure. For the third negative impact is quality of life, equity, access, and boundaries. The negative social costs of introducing information technologies and systems are beginning to mount along with the power of the technology. Many of these negative social consequences are not violation of individual rights or property crimes. Nevertheless, they can be extremely harmful to individuals, societies, and political institutions. Next, we briefly examine some of the negative social consequences of system, considering individual social and political responses. Balancing power. Although computing power decentralizing, key decision-making remains centralized. Rapidity of change. Businesses may not have enough time to respond to global competition. Maintaining boundaries, such as computing, internet use lengthen workday, infringes on family and personal time. Dependence and vulnerability. Public and private organizations ever more depend on computer systems. Next, computer crime and abuse, employment and equity and access, the digital divide. Computer crime and abuse. Computer crime, commission of illegal acts through use of computer or against a computer system. Computer may be object or instrument of crime. Computer abuse is unethical acts, not illegal, such as spam. Employment, re-engineering work resulting in lost jobs. Equity and access, the digital divide. certain ethnic and income groups in the United States less likely to have computers or internet access. And the last one for negative impact is health risk, RSI, CBS, and cognitive decline. For RSI, which the full name is repetitive stress injury, the largest source is computer keyboards. The most common kind of computer-related RSI is carpal tunnel syndrome (CTS), in which pressure on the median nerve through the wrist bony structure called a carpal tunnel produces pain. The pressure is caused by constant repetition of keystrokes. In a single shift, a word processor may perform 23,000 keystrokes. Symptoms of CTS include numbness, shooting pain, inability to grasp objects, and tingling. Next, computer vision syndromes, CVS. Computer vision syndromes refers to any eye strain condition related to display screen use in desktop computers, laptops, e-readers, smartphones, and handheld video games. CVS affects about 90% of people who spend 3 hours or more per day at a computer. Its symptoms, which are usually temporary, include headache, blurred vision, and dry and irritated eyes. And last, technostress, aggravation, impatience, and fatigue. That's all from me. Thanks for watching.